Shalom, Yasha'Allah. It's your brother, Abaya, Yasha'Allah. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh. I do so by the name, or in the name, of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders of Yasha'Allah. All praise and glory to the Most High Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai for blessing our elders with the truth so that we may know. Shout out to the Akim and the Akwathium that's keeping the faith and the works. Y'all stay strong and keep going. It's been an awesome chain of events, man. Right, some exciting times that we living in. Right, in the spirit is exciting. In carnality, you might be a bit afraid. But like I said, those of us in the spirit, those of us that's watching and praying, we understand this is a beautiful thing that's happening. All right. So I want to make this kind of quick. So I'm going to dive right into it. Okay, we're going to start off in the book of Ephesians, chapter 5 and verse 15. It says, "See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil." Right? That word circumspect means carefully. Right? Don't just, if you living in this world right now, you seeing everything that's going on. Right? You seeing the riots. You paying attention to the wars and the war that America and China and Iran and India and Israel and Russia and all of these other different countries, Venezuela, seem to be heading to and are at the tipping point of. Right? But we have to understand a few things. Those of us in the truth, and if you watching this video, right, you hearing these words that's coming out, hey, take heed. Right? Because the Spirit is speaking to His people. His Spirit is speaking to the servants of His people. Get ready for servitude. Get ready for slavery, man. Straight up, that's your salvation. And it ain't going to be like ours, so it's a blessing. And count it as such. But we have to be aware of what's going on. Right? This is the book of Job, chapter 9 and verse 24. It says, "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?" The wicked run the world. Right? The wicked owns everything, including media, including currency, including government, including you. It owns you, man. You got a social security card, social security number, birth certificate, so forth and so on. They own you. And these are the same people that's making all the different plays on this earth. So now we're going to further investigate who this wicked is. We need to know this individual. All right? So we're going to dive into his literature and get some understanding of some things. Y'all bear with me 1 second. Pull this up right quick. This is the book that we reading into today. All right. It's called The CIA's Greatest Hits. The CIA's Greatest Hits. If you, I advise you to get this book, right, and read through it. It's not a hard read at all. They have a different illustration for each event. So it's almost like each page has an illustration in it to make the reading go by even more smooth. But page 46 of this book says, the title of the chapter is Hit 21, Operation Chaos. Operation Chaos. This book is written by Mark Zapauser, and it was published in 1994. 1994. Check what this book says, man. And I ain't gonna read the whole thing. I have, I broken down what's written inside of it by highlights. So you get the book and you read it for yourself, and you'll see what it get the full picture. But I'm pretty much give you the full picture. But anyway, here we go. All right, it says, in theory, the CIA's charter prohibits it from engaging in domestic operations, right? It says, the CIA explains its massive presence on U.S. campuses. That's schools. That's the youth. So the CIA targets, Esau's henchmen targets schools, young people, youth. It says students attend U.S. universities. Now, it's speaking about foreign students, but you can just include all students, right? Domestic Operations Division, which handles interventions on U.S. soil, right? These are the people that's influencing the youth to react a certain way in this chapter of this book called Operation Chaos. I speak like this because I want y'all to think, man. I want y'all to think. The CIA, Esau, targets the youth. Let's read on, man. It says, Domestic Operations Division, which handles interventions on U.S. soils. They do that. Esau does that. The wicked does that. It says I'll say Esau. I won't even put them letters in there, right? Even though I already did it, you already know what I'm talking about. So Esau has had to set up phony businesses. It claims it never operates domestically. Unfortunately, that's not true. Of course it's not true. Because it's Esau. Why would we expect anything other from E? It says from 1959 to at least 1974, Esau used its domestic organizations to spy on thousands of U.S. citizens, or Esau used its domestic organizations on thousands of U.S. citizens who disagree with their government's policies. They're not good servants and slaves. They speak out every time something happens. They organize, or they try to. Check this out, man. I want y'all to hear this, man. This says, this picked up speed when J. Edgar Hoover told President Johnson that nobody would be protesting. They're speaking about Vietnam War, but you can equate that to today. It says that nobody would be protesting unless they were being directed to do so. Now, protests are going on right now, and I'm clearly not saying that the ones who are sincerely out there because they fed up with the bull, I ain't saying it's them. I'm saying the provocateurs, right? The ones that's providing the bricks, burning the stores, smashing the windows, right? The ones who righteously setting it off. Hey man, you needs to be circumspect. It says, in response, Esau vastly expanded its campus program and stepped up its liaisons with local police departments. Did you catch that? Did you catch that? Let me read it again. In response, the CIA vastly expanded its campus program and stepped up its liaisons with local police departments. What was George Floyd's killer occupation? Okay. It says it trains special intelligence units in major cities to carry out jobs against U.S. radicals. Now it says black bag jobs, but same thing. Different scenarios pop up and they send these people to these different scenarios to amp it up. It says in 1968, the CIA's various domestic programs were consolidated and expanded under the name Operation Chaos. So it's like a special unit with Esau, a unit that is specifically to cause chaos. And we need to understand, we really need to understand the importance of this chaos. I'm gonna go to another book right quick, then I'm coming back to this. This is a book called The New World Order. This book was written by Ralph Epperson. And its first printing was in 1990. Notice these 90s novels that keep coming, that come out, and they're extremely relevant today. They came out in the 90s because people were predicting that when the year 2000 hit, it was going to be over with because all of the computers were going to reset back to zero and it was going to be utter chaos. So they did quick digging and they did a lot of it. But at that time, there was no internet. It was books, TV shows, radio, and VCR or VHS. That was it. But here we are in 2020, and look what I'm reading, and look at what's going on in this earth. Now, in this book, on page 191, the chapter is called The 33rd Degree. It says the motto of the 33rd degree is Ordo ab Chaos, translated by the Masons as meaning order out of chaos. Order out of chaos. Right? Let's go back to this other book, man. I just wanted to get that point real quick and get back to this. Now, it's another chapter in this book I find very interesting as it pertains to what's going on with the riots. This is page 52 in the CIA, or in Esau's Greatest Hits. It says, or the name of the chapter is Hit 24, The Mighty Wurlitzer. Right? Wurlitzer is a organ, right? It's pianos and things of such. It has strings attached to each key, and those strings produce sounds. And you either looking at the sound like, why are you playing that? Or you dancing to the beat. Right? This book in this chapter says, Deputy Director Frank Wisner, whatever his name is, proudly referred to Esau's worldwide propaganda machine as the mighty Wurlitzer, and indeed is a murderer of the truth. Now, I'm paraphrasing this paragraph, but that's what it says, roughly. Get the book and read it for yourself. Hey, you need to. It goes further on to say the CIA also owns dozens of newspapers and magazines the world over. Now, this is in 96, I said, right? And that was, let me see, let me make sure. 1994. This is 1994. Like I said, ain't no internet. Right? If you want some news, you had to go to a newsstand, library, or somewhere to get a newspaper, Time magazine, Life magazine, some kind of something in order to get any information. But here we are in 2020, and the internet is booming. Right? It says, these not only provide cover for their agents, because you best believe Esau got agents in every organization. Every. Did we not just read in Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked? This man is everywhere. This beast, this vile beast, is everywhere. It says Esau has placed agents to prevent, to throw off. Esau has placed agents to prevent, man. Man, stop believing everything that y'all see on the damn TV, man. Like I said, this was in 94 when you had different businesses that produced different types of news, but it was still around about the same, but it was just different then. Whereas now, media is owned by, like, I want to say 1 or 2 corporations. That's it. That's who provides the majority of your mainstream news, man. And who you think own them companies? It surely is not us. And when I say us, I don't care if the CEO is a so-called black man. If he is, I'm 100% sure he's 100% coon. Because he got that stage of power in this world. Because the earth is giving it to the hand of the wicked. That means you wicked too, bro. If that's the case, and I'm sure it's not. And I'm not talking about who owns it, I'm talking about who works there. All right, the book goes further on to say, nearly every major U.S. news organization has had spooks on the payroll, usually with the cooperation of top management. The three most valuable media assets Esau could count on were CBS, New York Times, and Time Life. Straight like that, man. Now who, every time some event pops off, shoves that event down your throat 24/7 until the next chaotic event happens, and then they shove that event down your throat 24/7. Order out of chaos, man. They got a whole nother agenda behind what we seeing. Since when do anybody care this much about one of us getting killed by the police? Since when, man? They got agents out here, man, that's pushing this thing. They look like normal people. They look like normal people. Out of town is coming to your city. You ain't never heard of these people. Ain't never seen these people. They ain't got no relatives around. They just chose to drive from state to state, come to your city, help you protest. You doing it peacefully. They turning up, and once they turn up and the niggas see the opportunity, they start turning up too, because they see free stuff. Playing y'all ass, man. The Wurlitzer, the great Wurlitzer is playing y'all ass, man. I'm talking about y'all breakdancing out there, bitch. Moonwalking. And whatever the new dances are, yeah, that's what y'all doing to this beat that they pumping over the airwaves 24/7. But guess what though? There's always a light at the end of the tunnel for Yasha. And we gonna get it in these scripts. We're gonna get it in these scripts, man. Esau, you will not prevail, man. It don't matter what you do. It don't matter. Your time up, man. Your economy done. The other nations don't deal with you no more. The world don't look at you the same. You done, man. It's a wrap. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 21 and verse 1. It says, the king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. Esau really think he doing something, but at the end of the day, you ain't doing that. You gonna lose, bro. You've already lost. You've already lost, man, and it's pathetic. It's sloppy. It's pathetic, man. You are pathetic, Esau. You are pathetic and exposed. Straight like that. Right? Let's see. Let's go further into this, man. Alright. This is the book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 17. It says, for the scripture saith unto Pharaoh. Right? Pharaoh, we in Egypt right now. We in spiritual Egypt, spiritual Sodom. Egypt meaning hard bondage. That's where we are. That was the purpose of us coming here. That's our purpose here now. Servitude. If you don't work in this place, you ain't gonna eat. 9 times out of 10, not working for yourself, even if you are working for yourself. Because you have to pay Esau. It says, for the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. Man, you was raised up to be brought down, straight like that. You were made to be hated. And at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, you are made to not be remembered anymore. Straight like that, man. Your wickedness has reached the Most High, and your time is up. Deal with it. All right. This is, let me see, the book of Job, chapter 5, and verse 12. It says, he disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. This man has made it a full-time business to keep you asleep, so that they can rule the world in their mind another 1,000 years. Yeah, you done. You're done, Esau. You're done. It's a wrap. It's a wrap, man. Let me see. Select. Let me see. Let me go to Job 20. Okay. Job 20 and 23. It says, when he is about to fill his belly, right? He almost get this new world order plan like it seems like it's gonna work, right? They about to pop the champagne, right? They got the confetti ready to blow, right? They lighting the candles on the cake. It says, power shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Done. Right when you think, oh man, we were right. Yes, all this planning that we've been doing and all this secret society crap and, child sacrifice and pedophilia and bestiality, all of it paid off. Our sorcerers, they were correct. Our scientists, they told us that we could do it. The Most High gonna drop them bombs on your ass. Look, verse 25. Well, verse 24, Salah. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. The bow of steel gonna strike you through, Esau. You done. Your kingdom done. Your reign of rulership is done. Your oppression is done. It's a wrap. So, saints, y'all keep y'all eyes open, keep your head on the swivel, right? Be looking for even worse things to come. Stay spiritual. Stay watching and praying, right? Keep the faith and the works. With that, I say shalom.